Hey, man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Veto. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, we live in the crib, Vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Veto. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher. And today, I'm honored to have a legend in the building, man.
Thank you for saying so.
Bro, you've been doing this shit for so long, man. And again, it's an honor to have you, man.
Thank you for having me, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Indeed, man.
For sure.
Pleasure to be out in the crib, man. You know what I mean? Thank you for inviting me to your digs, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Indeed.
For the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself to the people.
All right, my name is Uncle Kinfolk. Kia like a car, shine like a star. Kia Shine Coleman. I'm from Memphis.
For sure.
First and foremost, Memphis, Tennessee, North Memphis, Frazier, and then East Side. You know what I mean? So North and East Side all the way.
That's hard.
But yeah, man. I've been I'm more of a, I don't know how to. I'm a indie rap impresario. I'm a actor. I'm an artist.
Facts,
I'm a songwriter. I'm a producer.
Absolutely.
I'm an autism advocate. I'm a father. I'm a husband. You know. And I walk on faith. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah, I've been around the music thing for 20 years plus.
Facts.
I started I started my first actual label in '98, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it wasn't really making a lot of noise. It was about a lot of lessons. In 2001, when I started Rap Hustlers, and that's when I started to really make some money with
For sure.
music. You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? With selling beats. I used to sell beats for Drummer Boy.
Okay.
And make placements that way.
That's hard.
It turned into me getting production deals with Rough Riders
Facts.
and selling songs with Universal, and ended up getting a Universal publishing deal, and took that money and started my label, Rap Hustlers, and then I signed and did deals with Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black, Criminal Man, Lil Chat, Yo Gotti, of course.
Shout out Lil Chat. Damn, he said some legends right
Yeah, I put out albums on all those with my label, Rap Hustlers, which Rap Hustlers still is my label to this day, where I put out all my indie music and all the stuff I put out still is on Rap Hustlers.
Facts.
But yeah, that was kind of like how I started the thing, and I kind of put that into, I got a name for like the marketing of kind of like, Baby and Master P and and No Diddy, but Diddy as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as just being able to market yourself as a CEO. From the genre I come from, the CEOs was the hustlers, and also some of us still spit, and that's kind of like how it came in the game. But from there, I was able to build a fan base by featuring on all of the Rap Hustler releases that I had coming out, and people started to like me and my flow and my I used to write a lot of hooks anyway and do a lot of hooks for my artists anyway. So it was like that kind of started the whole Kinfolk, the ad-libs and the things that people dug. And then I ended up getting my own solo deal with Universal Music with Sylvia Rone at the time.
Okay.
And that's when the So Crispy.
We gonna get into that.
And all that.
We gonna get into that, man, because that was one of the ones. You feel what I'm saying?
That record is definitely one of those.
Facts.
It's one of them. You never know what song is gonna be that song that's gonna cut through and be something that has staying power, something that connects with the consumers and the listeners, and that's definitely been one.
Facts.
Through the years, it continues to just stream and spin, and
absolutely,
that record does very well monetization wise. You know what I mean?
Facts. I got $1 million question for you, and
for sure,
everybody that sits on this couch, I asked the same question. So I'm honored to have you here. So I'm gonna ask you the same.
Coffee right here.
It's all good. It's all good. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
I don't think about failure, man. You know what I mean? I dream while I'm awake.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I believe my wants, the things that I want me. You know what I mean? I believe that I just believe in purpose. The situation ain't accidental. It's all on purpose, in purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that I'm a huge believer in God. And that's just my thing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I just want y'all to know that the things that I receive is through God. You know what I mean? Everything that I've ever received, or that I prayed for, that I believed for, that was in the will and in God's will and in His purpose for my life, that's what I received.
Facts.
And of course, when you get a blessing and you come from nothing into something, then you start to believe more. So to your question is like, yeah, I'll start to believe even more based on like seeing what God has done in my life. When he took me from just being in North Memphis and Frazier to being able to get a record deal, to be able to sell beats, to be able to just even started with my career, to be able to do that from nothing, being the first generation, then it makes your prayers bigger. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's more about not believing that there was failure, because there's no real failures anyway. There's just lessons and blessings anyway.
That was my next question.
You know what I mean? That's all it really is. It's like, because when you fail, when you don't, it's like, bro, it's really you really buying the lesson. You know what I mean? Like if you spend money on something and it didn't come out the way you wanted it to come out, but you still bought that lesson for that amount of money in which you spent or that time that you spent. You didn't come out of there empty-handed. You came out of it with an experience.
Facts.
So even if you failed or you lost, it still was an experience. A winner is just somebody who didn't stop with all the L's. You know what I mean? You know, after the L's in the alphabet, you know what I'm saying, comes the M.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
damn.
You know what I mean?
Say that again. We can't skip over that, bro.
After the L comes the M, and that's just literally how it comes in the alphabet anyway.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
That's a shirt. That's a shirt.
No, definitely.
Yeah, go. Hey, go get
might
that.
have to make that one, man.
Go
like
get that on the shirt.
Nah, for
and that's
sure,
a slogan
though.
too. For
It
sure.
is, but it's true though. You know what I mean? After the L's come an M. You know what I mean? It's just about these lessons. You're putting yourself through college, and you're acquiring the knowledge. You could be smart, but you got to have wisdom. Is acquired through experience. You could be very smart at what you're doing, but if you get wisdom with it, to acquire the wisdom, you have to have the smarts, the talent, and the experience. See, when you got both, then it's like you out of here.
Facts.
You get great players. Let's just do a comparison to the NBA. You could be a great player coming into the NBA from college, you know, highly drafted, but you don't have that experience. See, that experience, once you get in the game and you took some L's and you learn how to build a team and see what your team needs and go deep in the playoffs, that's what Jason Tatum got. He finally got the experience.
Facts.
He already had the talent.
Facts.
He just needed the experience. And then when you have them both, then you have the wisdom and you know how to win. And all that get wisdom.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
you know, when you praying, ask God for wisdom. You know what I'm saying? He'll give it to you freely.
So when you say that, when you ask God for wisdom, do you also, so would you say ask God for wisdom before you even ask God for the things that you want?
Exactly.
Do you think that would be the first intricate piece?
Because in the word, I'm take y'all to church real quick.
Nah,
but
let's go.
there's scriptures that speak about, you know, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you receive. If you believe you will receive it when you pray for it, and you act as if you received it as soon as you pray for it. Thank you, God. All right, and you received it, right? So now you in this receive mode, right? Well, the thing that you pray for, you believe for it, and then it's just a matter of time before it leaves the spiritual and comes to the natural, and you possess that thing. Okay, so now that thing comes, right? So, but if you don't ask for any wisdom with that thing, a fool and his money will soon part. That's also in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you, I want $1 million, God, give me. I'm approve you by your word, and I'm asking you for this $1 million. And I'm asking you for it, I'm believing you for it, and my actions are corresponding to what I believe, because I'm asking you for something, but then my actions are also corresponding with it. So then you receive the thing that you asked for, but you don't have any wisdom with it, then you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose, bro. You're not gonna hold on to it.
Facts.
You gotta understand too that when you pray, I'm gonna say it like this: every blessing ain't from God. Well, I say it like this. Every blessing is from God, but every increase or every asset you receive may not be from God.
Facts. Damn. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's an enemy out here too, and I would dare not to call what he's giving people is blessings.
Yeah.
Because they ain't the same thing.
Facts.
Because it come with strings attached to it. See, when God give you something, ain't no strings attached to it at all. It's just bam.
Absolutely.
Now, what you're seeing some people who were up. And we gotta say no names. They were all the way up, but the blessings you thought they had, they weren't blessings because their life got exposed, and you see them like, oh no, they did a deal with somebody else, because those deals come for a back end. They're coming for the back end.
Facts.
And you seeing a lot of people who've been on for a long period of time, but then all of a sudden, it's like they go from sugar to shit. It's over with.
Damn.
The reason why is because they did the deal. The things that they acquired wasn't from God per se. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, you know, the enemy got his angels out here too. The enemy used to be an angel.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So when you break it down.
Yeah, facts. Go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. You good.
Nah,
You good.
so Walker had said something similar to that on the interview with Ray Daniels. He said, how can I put this? He said the devil can hear what you pray for, but only God can. No, if you say it out loud, the devil can hear what you pray for. But if you just keep it internally, God hears that too. If you pray so basically don't pray out loud. That's what he was saying.
Well,
in a sense, I think I said it a little wrong, but I think.
Let's just say we have to look the clip up. But I'll say this: there have been things, Lord knows, that I've been praying for out loud, inside, outside. You talking about a spirit? You know, the thing about it is the enemy is spirit, and so is God. Mm-hmm. Can't see neither one of them, but they're both out here. Mm-hmm. So to me, if you're dealing with something that's a supernatural thing anyway, whether you're speaking it out loud or whether you're speaking it eternally, you know what I mean, it's there. Now, there's good and evil within everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's just about which one you feed. You know what I mean? Like Job loved the Lord, right?
Yeah, facts.
But then I'm sure that the enemy heard what his prayer was too. And when he came to God, hey, let me go and get your boy Job, man. You know what I'm saying? He came to him and did that. Why did he come to him? Because he probably knew what was going on anyway. I think the enemy hears. I think the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy whatever it is you enjoy. I think that's why you got to be of a certain mind state when you get what you're getting. You can get the money or get the blessing, get the deal, get the contract, get the job, get the thing. But then if you don't have surround yourself with the right people, the right energies, if you are smoking, drinking, if you are becoming a drunk, you doing, you know what I mean, you popping pills, you doing things to take yourself out of the game. The enemy that's what he wants to do. It was a young boy, my boy Zona. You know what I mean? Zone 6 Blow, man. He just took a pill 2 days ago.
Wait, Zona?
Yeah, Zone Low. You know what I'm saying? Like, he on the east side. You know what I'm saying?
Do he be with what's bro name? He rap too. Nah. I think I know who you talking about.
Yeah, because
he passed away. He passed away.
He just passed away 2 days ago. Took a fake pill. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's
I'll show you a picture when we do so you can see what I'm talking about.
I think he came here actually with somebody that I interviewed.
Okay,
so
bet.
I think that's how I followed him. But damn, that's fucked up. If we're talking about the same person,
I think we might be. You know what I'm saying?
Even still, no matter who it is, it's
the point is that like, okay, so he had a call in his life to be able to do music, right? But then the enemy want to kill, steal, and destroy. There's an enemy that's coming at you, bro. That when you get or trying to get the thing you want, there's going to be something that's trying to stop you from getting the thing that you want. You know what I mean? But you got the victory already. If you tap into to God, to the big God, you got it. You know what I mean? But you still have the power yourself to be able to lead to your own success or own demise. It's by your actions. We got free will out here.
Facts.
So when people use their free will and go take certain fake pills or do certain things to knock yourself out the game.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm seeing a lot of people do. So yeah, to what we talked about originally is, yes, you could be able to ask God for something and get that thing, bro. But if you ain't got no wisdom with it, if you don't have no discipline with it, bro, you're going to lose that thing, bro.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You will.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How has Memphis, because I know you said Memphis, right?
For sure.
That's where you're from.
Yeah.
How has your surroundings and your environment shaped you to the man that you are today? You know what I'm saying? And what were some of the trials and tribulations you probably faced on the come up?
Man, you know, I believed, what I did early was believed, you know, a good heart is a good start for somebody to take advantage of you. I used to believe in just being open and being able to I love music so much and I love collaborating so much. I used to have people just come to my house and, you know what I mean, when I was in Memphis and just like, I wanted to see the good and believe the good in everybody. And then things took place when I had my Rap Hustle label, when we took some L's or what have you, man. And I saw the true color when you see, when you go down through there when God had you go through a valley in your life, you see how people really are. How they treat you, how they handle you, and stuff like that.
Right.
So, you know, I was having a lot of success early in my career, and then when the bottom kind of fell out, when I signed this bad deal with TVT, and I was just distributing through them, and they did some real fuckery, and ended up finding a way to get in between and signing Yo Gotti directly, You know what I mean? Even though I had the situation with him and I was doing straight distribution through them, and he ended up signing to them as an artist. And that was like, you know, it was messed up because one of my business partners had, we ended up, you know, catching a charge, and he, you know, we lost a lot of work. You know, he was doing music and the work on the side. Took some of the music money and flipped it and tried to flip it or whatever.
Yeah, facts.
Took an L.
Facts.
So I lost, you know, about $300,000-$400,000 in one, you know, in one swipe. He get busted. I'm free, but my company's on his ass. And then the TVT, they hear about it, and then what do? They use that to be able to try to get in and cut and get with Yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's what took place. So when I kind of fell on my ass, you know what I mean? I had tour buses, and you know what I mean? It was doing great, and I lost all that shit. I lost my cars, I lost my house, I lost my tour bus, I lost everything that I had when I was pushing my Rap Hustle label. And this was before Kia Shine, the So Crispy thing came out, before I got my solo deal. So I went through that, and I talk about that on my first album, Due Season, whereas like I lost everything I had, and then even some of the artists that was still signed to me to get off a contract with me, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to do shit like trying to throw bombs in my house, you know what I'm saying?
Wait,
like,
throw bombs?
you know,
like
Molotov cocktails or whatever and shit.
In real life?
In real life, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they knew why I stayed there, because like I said, I was open.
Right.
And niggas come to my house and stuff like that or whatever, producing and just thinking the best of everybody, because I was like, you know, just trying to pull Memphis up and trying to do the right thing, bro. And you know, but you know, a good heart is a good start for somebody who have ulterior motives. You know what I mean? And it just I bought a lot of lessons. You know, I'm coming out the house, nigga, do Molotov cocktail in my car, through my window, in my carpet. My wife now, you know, we've been together 22 years, but she put it out, and nigga, I'm coming out the house with the chopper. You know what I mean? It just, I went through all that kind of shit in my hometown. You know, just seeing how people play, you know what I mean, about just business and all that or whatever, bro. And it just taught me who was really for me, you know what I mean, and who really wasn't. I bought lessons, you know what I mean, through those scenarios. And, you know, but I knew that it wasn't over for me, even though that, you know, my main artist at the time had moved on with TVT, and, you know, I ain't had a lot of bread, man. I'm going to tell you something. Lil Chat, one of the realest females out there, because she saw the stuff I was doing, and I ain't had no bread, and she was just getting away from 3 6 Mafia, and she was like, Sean, I need you to help me. I'm like, man, how can I help you? I'm on my ass. She believed in me. You know what I mean? And I was able to, man, just through one of the smartest things I did was put my phone number in my CD, and my phone number inside the Yo GOTTI CD I put out, Life. The Life album still streaming to this day. Go stream it if you ain't never heard it. It's out right now. But that album, I put my phone number in it, and people would see and I had a DVD inside that joint, and people would call, and they'd be like, hey, bro, man, y'all like what you did with Yo, bro, come produce for me. So I would be, me and my wife and my little brothers, Dirty Fresh, Tommy Rich, we would go and just produce for people, bro, and that's how I got my bread back up.
That's hard, bro.
One of the people who I produced for, I told them I had a little chat, and they was like, man, we might want to invest with you on that or whatever. And they in front of me some bread. I was able to do a project on a little chat called Dramatize, and had a record with her and Mike Jones, and that jump popped off. I distributed through Selecto Hits, and you know that album made me some money, and it got me back on my feet. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
And then I came back with the Kia Shine and So Crispy and doing the solo stuff or whatever. So yeah, I lost it all. You know what I mean? And but I was able to get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
You know, and I learned.
Facts. So when you kind of pivoted, right, and you started working with Lil Chat, how did you? Because being selfless and being selfish are two different things. You were selfless.
Yes.
And you although you felt that you didn't have what she needed to help, she believed in you. You believed in her, and you got to the next level, right? Yeah. So when did you venture off and said, "Oh, okay, I got her to where she needs to be. Now let me focus on Kia Shine"?
It was always like something in my back of like something I wanted to do.
Right.
You know, my wife and I would just notice that people would be like, when they would see me out, they'd be quoting my songs, my verses that I dropped on Gotti album or on Chat album or on Skinny Pimp album. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it was like they digging what I'm doing, they digging the flow. So it really was just about me just trying to go through these experiences. And it was like one day when I was on the beach, I was in LA, and God, it just spoke. I was in Santa Monica, and God spoke to me on the beach one time. He sent me these signs, bro. I'm a huge prayer, bro. And
facts.
I was praying with my wife, bro, and I looked up, bro, and it was like all these ladybugs around us, bro. And it was just like a sign where like God was just like, to get what you never had, you gotta do what you never done. There's a lot of ups and downs when you're dealing with artists, and because they're fickle people. You know what I mean? And everybody ain't gonna keep it as real as you. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, let me just do what I never had so I can get what I never had. Let me do what I've never done so I can get what I never had.
Facts.
And what I'd never done to that point is put out a solo song of myself. So and when I decided how I wanted to come, how I wanted to be perceived, how I wanted the people, the public to perceive me, because a lot of times young artists don't think about that, but I was like kind of more seasoned as a CEO. So I was like, I saw the artists that I had broke. I had all the relationships still. I just needed to be able to figure out what my wave was going to be.
Yeah, facts.
And I was like, well, what's synonymous with me was fresh and like clothes and style. You know what I mean? And I felt like, that's something I could really come out with and do. I had a clothing store back in the day anyway.
That's hard.
So I was like, yeah, I could kind of probably pop something off like that. And my wife came up with this phrase called "respect my fresh," and I was like, yo, that's the joint. We should just come in. I should do a song called that. Facts. And I did that song, and that song ended up giving me a record deal. But basically, even before that though, it was Lil Chat got me on my feet, and also real estate got me on my feet too, because I was able to get a couple of properties when they had those subprime rate loans back in 05, 06. I was able to snatch a few houses with like a 600 credit score at the time. You know what I mean? And there was some variable rates, but shit, I was able to get them properties and flip them properties based on my credit. And I was able to pull some money out some houses, and that's how I was able to put the money towards my Respect My Fresh single and be able to get myself on. I had to pivot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you pushed so did you push that project, that single, independently?
Yeah, I pushed that independently and got it going. I had another song called Stunner Frames I got going independently, and both of those songs got me the bidding wars with the major labels, and that's how we ended up signing and doing that or whatever. So that's kind of like, it kind of ended that, it ended one chapter of, okay, I lost everything, got everything back. Then it kind of opened up another chapter to like, okay, now I'm in the music game. Like I've been in the game, but now I'm a signed artist.
Facts,
and now I'm a signed artist, and like, all right, now let me see how I can take this and elevate it and still keep that same wisdom through the experiences that I'd already went through. Like, okay, always keep your head on the swivel. Don't let too many people get too close to you.
Absolutely.
But to understand that, like, it's like know when to pivot. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, even though I was doing the solo artist thing, it was like at that time, but I still was like, all right, I went from selling beats to starting my label, to signing acts, to producing acts, to now I'm gonna be the act. So it's like, but just keeping my eyes open to being able to be cautious and cognizant of when the seasons may switch.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So I can make sure I don't go through what I went through with losing everything. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So when I got my deal, my eyes are wide open as far as like how to monetize and be able to like, oh, okay, I'm finna like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I never go back to where I was, like, you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I got a true or false question for you.
Okay, what's up?
Is it true or is it false that you wrote Best I Ever Had for Drake?
That is a true statement. Yes, that was another pivot. That's when I was like, okay. So even when I was in the game as Kia Shine, when I came out and got so crispy and all that, right? That just made certain people I had relationships with already, like Lil Wayne. I had bought a feature from Lil Wayne for Skinny Pimp's album back in 02 on this song called "Do What You Do." On this Still Pimpin' and Hustlin' album that I put out on Skinny Pimp.
How was that?
So I knew Wayne from 02.
That's hard.
And Manny Fresh and them, and I knew Juvie and them. I knew, a lot of people I just knew in the game for a long time. I had Juvie on the Lil Chat album, so I knew a lot of people anyway. So when I got my solo deal, there were people that were like, nah, this nigga, that's the same nigga that was the CEO of this label, and that, you know what I mean. So I could still be able to go into a session with Lil Wayne and play beats and do that thing, even though I was quote unquote Kia Shine as artist. I always was trying to hustle.
Yeah, fact.
So it was like, okay, Wayne was on fire with the Amelie shit and all that. I'm like, yo, let me go holler at Wayne, bring Wayne some beats. I brought Wayne this beat and this hook for the song that he ended up making called "Do It For The Boy." And it went like, we can do it real big, bigger than we ever done. I be up on everything, the other niggas never on it. So just do it for the boy, do it for the boy. So that, Wayne's a great rapper. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, a lot of the Wayne hooks be like either done for him or like, you know what I mean, or sample. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
facts.
So like when you produce a record for Wayne, you always got to bring the hook. You know, I would bring the hook and beats anyway. Even to this day, when I bring hooks, when I produce for people, I bring hooks and beats. So that song ended up being Do It For The Boy, and then Drake ended up taking that song and making that song Best I Ever Had.
Was it on the same beat? Like Do It For The Boy was.
Let me tell you about that. So the beat wasn't the same beat, but it's like Drake them sampled the same thing I sampled. And Boy Wonder, they sampled that, and from the same record that I sampled Do It For The Boy with, it's like they listen to that song and say, I'm finna take this song and reflip it. You know what I'm saying? And they took lyrics from it, and then they took the same record too. So, but I was already signed with Universal Music Publishing at that time, and all my music that I do for artists is already registered. So when I heard the Drake record, I immediately went to Universal Music Publishing, and then Drake was also signed with Universal as well. So I was like, yo, what's up with this? You know what I mean? And they agreed that the song came from my record. You know, it was very easy. The accessibility of it and all that was easy.
That's dope.
The musicologist was like, yeah. So they gave me 25% of the Best I Ever Had on the publishing side of it and the writer side of it. So that's how I ended up getting the writer credit for that record. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. That's hard. See, a lot of people probably didn't even know that.
Nah, like a lot of people don't do the research or whatever.
Yeah,
like
facts,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, to say that I wrote the song came. It did come from something that I wrote prior to, but I didn't write it for Drake. I wrote it for Wayne.
You wrote it
you know
for
what I'm
Wayne.
saying? So you know, but it ended up being. He ended up using the parts that I wrote for Wayne to be able to be on that song, and I ended up getting paid from it. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely it's at 5 million sold to this day. And then that's one of those things. You like, you know, you got to keep your head on the swivel. You know what I mean, and be knowing when to pivot. You know what I mean? If I would have just walked around like, oh, I'm Kid Sean, got the hit record out right now. What's up, Wayne? Let's just drop a song. That's cool. I already dropped songs with Wayne before all that. I'm like, yo, I'm always trying to sell something. You got to keep something to tell these people. You got to keep something to sell these people. If you want to remain relevant and intelligent in the music businesses, you got to keep something to sell. You know what I'm saying? So I always have something to sell. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope. What piece of Memphis culture and slang do you wish the world would understand better? You know what I'm saying?
That I wish they would understand better.
Yeah, facts. Because Memphis is on fire right now.
Yeah.
And people may have a preconceived notion that Memphis is just like a bad place. I
think that's it. I think for the world of those who listening to this podcast right now, like Memphis gets gangster. It does. You know what I mean? Memphis is definitely a very street city. But Memphis is a beautiful, soulful place with our own slang and our own style, and the music has definitely been our thing, and it's been our inheritance way before rap music. Music has been the thing, going way back to Stax Records and, you know, and Elvis Presley and Isaac Hayes and Sam and Dave Porter, and, you know, we've been had the music thing is from blues. You gotta understand, like, whole genres of music were started right there right in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're not this. When people put us in that gangster spot, in that rap category, yeah, we do well with hip hop and urban stuff, but Memphis is musically vast.
We
are vast, and I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions of the city. When you come there, it ain't like bullets flying at you or whatever. When people be dying in Memphis, it's because they've done things and they've stepped into something, or they've crossed somebody, or they've done a lot of these things aren't random. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're playing with a game and you're going to look, whatever you sow is what's going to grow there. You know what I'm saying? So if you sowing into that negativity, then that's what's going to come back on you. But if you in the vibe with the positive vibe that I be on, or the musical vibes and the soulful vibes, man, Memphis is a beautiful city, bro, with beautiful people, and just be a few bad apples, but because everything's so over perpetuated on this Instagram and on this social media, you feel like, man, Memphis, it can go down there. Nah, you come to Memphis, you probably want to move there. You know what I mean? Because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place.
Facts. Damn, that's crazy. What are some takeaways, like, in life that you now realize that you had gone through back in the day? Like, what are some takeaways that you're like, you know what, man, I went through all of that stuff now, but now that I'm this evolved person, you know what I'm saying? That was just, you know, I needed to go through that.
Well, there's like things like just like I think like it's more about like there's some songs and some music. I remember when me and 3 6 Mafia was going back and forth at each other, whatever. Like
kind of like tip for tat type thing.
on the music because I was taking over the. I was Rap Hustle was coming with the. We was coming to shake shit up, and there were songs. I had this mixtape series called Street Wars that just it was one of them like David versus Goliath moments, and it's like I went crazy, like you know what I mean. But I don't like beefing or dissing and all that or whatever, like with music or whatever. I don't like even like going that direction. So like I just think, I wish I could have not like, you know what I mean, like just tapped into that negative space. Some great music and great songs. We definitely I'm gonna stand on business and gritness when people come at me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm gonna start them, I'm gonna finish everything. But at the same time I just like I don't want any negative energy, you know what I'm saying? I think being a more evolved person is like not having to react to things. People, you can't control people, but you can control how you react
to certain things.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
And I think that to me have saved me, from crashing out. You know what I mean? When people have done things, and I think that's why God, man, God, he's so close to me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That even times when I wanted to crash out and when people have wronged me and stuff like that or whatever, I was glad that I was able to keep a cool head, you know what I'm saying? Be slow to anger, be swift to hear. And I think that's what we gotta be, because penitentiary full of people who done went for the knee-jerk reaction. You know what I mean by this? When the doctor takes you to the doctor,
get a reaction. Facts.
Can't do that, man. You gotta really be smart and really move properly out here, because like I'm not saying that Dirk did this or didn't do it, right? Allegedly he's done what he's done. They got him locked up,
right?
But it's like, damn, it's like, do you think that maybe the reaction is one thing about it is like how you react, and you can make a move in anger. And that anger is an energy and a spirit, and it'll steal, kill, and destroy. What you trying to do? So it's like back to that same, I guess the same thread of this conversation that we have, and it's still that. So it's like the more calm I am, the more at peace I am, the more I think before I act.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. The
better the outcome is for me. You know what I mean? So,
That's dope.
So yeah, just in those times where I didn't think and acted, you know what I'm saying? Those times I wish I could just come, take back. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Not even, this is nothing to do with anybody personally per se, or how, because I'm musically I think you're supposed to come back. You know what I mean? So,
it's battle. It's a battle rap.
Battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But there was a time, you know what I mean, where I responded on something and end up, you know what I mean, I could have been jammed up, you know what I'm saying, because I reacted because it was somebody did, and it was just, this dude played with me by the car one time, and I ended up reacting or whatever, bro, and he ended up, you know what I mean, pulling up to the lot and was, you know what I'm saying, and doing something crazy, whatever, right? And got slammed for extortion. You know what I mean? And over, because dude had played with me on this particular vehicle, and I had to end up, for me to get out the situation, I had to get the vehicle up, you know what I'm saying? Even though dude he got over on selling me this car that was a lemon, and this is before I was even doing rap, you know what I'm saying? But it's just stuff like that or whatever. Just in my life, we just talking about in life.
Yeah.
But in music, like, you know what I mean? I don't have very many regrets musically. I've always done what I felt like is the right thing, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. When I got a bidding war and I was getting ready to sign my deals, I went with the person with the most money. And now hindsight be 20/20. And what that means is when you see something after you go through it,
right,
it's 20/20 at that point. But it's like after I went through it, it's like, yeah, I probably could have not went with the most money, but went with the best system. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
You know what I mean? So like, those things you learn as you grow.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Grow through every situation.
Yeah, you grow through it.
You don't even go through it.
Yeah, you grow through it for
Facts,
certain.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
facts.
For certain.
So I got two last questions. I know you got to get up out of here,
You
man.
good.
But
You good.
I have a slogan that I always say.
Yeah.
Purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan to you, how can you put that in your own words?
Ooh, okay. So look, that's really good right there. I like that.
Thank you, bro.
Because when I got that credit for the Drake record, the best I ever had, Drake came out and said I lied.
Damn.
Came out and said I lied. And I was winning a BMI award when I'm like, what do you mean? Like, and I had his fan base was like, this is when Twitter was popular and all that or whatever. And it's like, man, people coming at me daily, like, you know what I'm saying?
Saying that you was like lying.
I'm lying, and I'm like, you know what I mean? And it was like, I'm like, wait a minute, man. You know what? I'm trending with this stuff, but I'm saying like, but my purpose is over the popularity.
Mm-hmm.
I can't care about what someone thinks about me. Mm-hmm. I have to go. My purpose is to make sure I take care of these children and my family.
Yeah,
that's who I go to sleep with at night.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I don't care if it's what I'm doing is an unpopular truth at this point.
That shit
I don't
crazy.
care. I'm gonna go and get what's mine, and I took care of my business and got what's mine.
Right.
And it came out to be facts and true, and then other things have unraveled with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To kind of further put the period, the exclamation point on what I'm saying. But
facts.
but the battle wouldn't even have to be mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it'll play out, and you see how it play out. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing too about like, when you're dealing with things like, man, the battle ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just cool out. God gonna pay you back. He see what they did. You know what I mean? And he gonna lift you up. You know what I mean? you ain't have to even say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna just come out.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like where I had to choose purpose over popularity. I'm super cool with having unpopular truths. I'm super cool with giving you not the beautiful lie, but the ugly truth. I'm super cool with being unindustry.
Right.
I'm super cool with that.
Right.
I'm like that's been like my thing.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, man, stand on what you believe in, because like, if you let these people play with you, and it's like you'll be so focused on one thing, bro. And man, the God will have a whole bigger door for you over here, bro. And it's like, if you don't stand on, man, if I don't say nothing on this podcast that reaches you, man, stand for what you believe in. Stand on it. Like, don't be in for these people out here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I see so many artists, they be in just to get on, just to get in, bro. Don't be in. Be true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? The vibe will come to you. I used to be a basketball player, right? I didn't have to go out here and just take over the ball game. The ball would always come to me when it was time for me to make my move. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I just think like, but I played my game, and I played the long game. Play the long game, man. Like, you know what I mean? That short term stuff be like,
it just be like,
it just be short term, man. Play the
Facts.
long game. Play the
Facts.
long game with this thing, bro. You think longevity. You know what I'm saying? That's
Facts.
how you gonna get paid. That's how you gonna still be respected.
That's hard.
You know what I mean? And then you can be able to still walk around, your face be clean, and you can be able to go everywhere, and you can be able to move a certain way, and they ain't gonna be able to fuck with you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
I mean,
cause you ain't, cause the blessings, bro, is you gotta remember that it is blessings come through people, right? But it's like, who do you praise, the blessing or the blessor?
That's a bar.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when you know that the blessor is your resource, he the one who gon', if this person don't vibe with you, if that person don't vibe with you, and you sitting up there and you worried and stressing about trying to make these people vibe with you, when really, bro, the blessor has people already aligned that's gonna make them, oh, come here, bro. You know what I mean? It don't take but one person
Facts.
to be able to see your vision and to be able to tap into what you're doing. If these people don't vibe with you, they weren't meant to vibe with your tribe. God don't need them to be able to give you what you need.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think, like, I've always believed that mentality. So that way it's kind of like I'm not like controlled, or I'm not like, I don't have to succumb to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just be me in every room.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
real.
that's
real.
how you be you in it. That's
Facts.
how you be you in every room.
Why you think people are like kind of afraid to do that, like to be themselves in the room? Why do you feel like that you gotta dress a certain way, talk a certain way, date this chick has to have an artificial body, this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why is that a thing, and why isn't being yourself a thing? And I know we talking over the time because you gotta be somewhere at 9.
We good. Let me see what time it is real quick.
It's 8:41.
All right, cool. We got some. Yeah, we got. Look. Check it. Like, I'm gonna say this. Like, I think it's because we are oversaturated with information. I think we see so many things on our phone that even if we don't subconsciously, even if we don't try to do it, subconsciously we're getting fed all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you just become what you're seeing. Like if you want to see something, you got to be something. You know, you want to be something, you got to see something, right?
Facts.
So okay, all right. So you keep seeing these certain things, and now you're like, at first you might be like, I'm not gonna give you a female. I'm not gonna get my body done. Okay, first you're thinking that first, right? But then over time you constantly scrolling, you looking, and you're seeing this person become successful, and it seems to be accepted. Oh, it's accepted. When she did, it's accepted, and he did, she did, boom, boom. And now time has passed, and it seems like the culture has adapted to this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? No, it used to be something. Now, you know what? Maybe I've changed my mind because you keep seeing that. Mm-hmm. But then, so that's how you end up going that direction. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But then it's like, it's all good till it ain't. When you find out somebody died underneath the knife. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DC Young Fly, his wife. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you see things like that happen, Kanye West's mom, when you see things happen to people going to these places to go get certain things done and stuff like that or whatever, you like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't have did this. When you see the results of time passing after this girl who done got this breast implant, and now she done got cancer, and this going on, that going on. You can see it. Time gonna reveal whatever it is. So I just think like, it's just like even with dudes that we just like, man, okay, we're gonna go get the rap kit. The starter kit. Okay, you get the rap kit now, but like you have a lot of sizzle and no steak. You have a lot of icing and no cake. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool if you want to go get the drip, but go get the. How can something with no substance hold weight?
Bar. Damn,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, go get the substance. Mm-hmm. Get your craft together. You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to go do those things, cool. But I think it's cool. I think what we need to do is kind of like just take when I get up, bro, I don't look at the phone.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
I'm prayerful.
Thanks. I'm
thankful. I'm being of service to my kids or my family. You know what I mean? Like I'm meditating before they get up. I just think like sometimes we gotta like block out. The more you get by yourself and you meditate, go to the sauna, go to the steam room, go find something that you can go get by yourself with, so you can find yourself with. Because once you do that, then you're gonna have this energy that's gonna be refreshing to people. That's like, man, dude, he ain't, his vibe ain't like what he on or what she on.
Facts.
You know, she on this, she on that. You got to get by yourself to figure this thing out. If you get by yourself and you block out the world for a minute, and then you kind of figure out where your lane is at, and then you use these social media platforms to impact the thing that you're doing, that's how you're going to cut through.
Facts.
That's how you cut through. You know what I mean? But when you're not doing that and you just see, okay, this the latest trend, everybody got this, and you just following it and reacting, and you following and reacting to whatever everybody else doing, that's how you get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to find who you are. And that's going to only come through you tapping into the big God. And God is within. So you got to go within. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You don't have, he going to give you the navigation when you don't need no pen. It's within. The pen is within. The pen is within. Just go go within, and you're going to find yourself. You're going to find yourself. You really going to find yourself.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And when you find yourself, bro, then you can be yourself. And he or she can be yourself or herself. And then now you're dealing with when you yourself, and then this person is they self, and y'all come together, 1 + 1 going to be 3. That's what's going to happen is y'all going to create something even bigger than both of y'all.
Thanks.
That's what happens when everybody is original and putting things together. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But yeah, man, that's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when it comes to this, bro, you know what I'm saying? I lived a long time, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And these are things, I love opportunity to be able to speak so I can give people, you know what I'm saying, like some of these tools and jewels that I don't picked up on, bro, because like I was meaning earlier to talk about is like I could have been caught up on that Drake shit. What if I just was like, man, yo, dude got the #1 song out, bro. Like, I don't want them niggas hating on me or whatever, bro. I need you, man. Don't worry about that shit, bro. I'm gonna make something else. Man, fuck that. No, I'm gonna get mine right now, whatever. And guess what? If rap don't do nothing else for me, I'm over here doing these films and TV. That's what I'm doing right now today.
Facts. You was on Superfly. You was on
Superfly. Right now, I got a movie that's out right now called Red One.
Red One
with the Rock.
You on Red One?
I'm in Red One.
You're in Red One.
I'm in Red One. I'm acting in Red One. I have speaking lines and all that. You can go see the movies in theaters right now.
With The Rock.
With The Rock and J.K. Simmons and Chris Evans and Lucy Liu. Go to my page, Kinfolk _ Shine. You can see me. I got pictures and posters with all them on there and The Rock up there talking and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the biggest. That's the biggest movie I've ever played in my entire life. The budget was $250 million. 250, okay?
Damn.
A quarter B. You know what I mean? Is what they spent on that movie. And already made about $125 million in the box office already. It came out November 15th. By the time you see this, you can go see it. And probably by the time you see it for Christmas, it'll be on Amazon Prime because it was an Amazon studio film. But it's in theaters right now, whatever, bro. So that's that. I've been They Clone Tyrone last summer. You know what I mean? #1 on Netflix. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just racking up my filmography and discography. You know, Superfly.
How you get into film though?
Man, I took acting coaches from Terry Vaughn, acting lessons from Terry Vaughn. She was my acting coach. Got my first pilot with Roger Bob back in 2013, 2012. And from there, like, you know what I mean, got me an agent. My first booking was Atlanta, season 2 of Atlanta with Donald Glover. I played in episode 203, third episode of season 2. Did that. Then I did Star on Fox. I played Leon on Star on Fox with that old show with Queen Latifah and Brandy and all that. I played season 3. I played Leon for about 8 episodes. So I ain't gonna tell you what happened at the end. You can go check it out. And then I had Saints and Sinners, Greenleaf, Johnson. I'm a voiceover character on Red Dead Redemption 2. On the video game.
The video game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I played Half Baked. 2 movies came out this year. Half Baked, Totally High, which is the remake of Dave Chappelle's Half Baked.
Half Baked.
On Universal. That's out. That was on Universal Films. That's out. That came out 4/20. And then Red One came out this year as well. And there's an independent movie that's winning all these film festivals called Color Book that I'm in that you'll be seeing probably next year. But it's winning every film. Tribeca. It's winning all these film festivals. And I'm in that junk right. I'm in that one too. So like, you know what I mean? And next year I got... You know, I got some.
You got some stuff you can't even say.
I can't even tell you because if I tell you, it's another thing. Before I go, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you what make it like just like it impacts bigger when I could tell you, okay, bro, I'm in this, and then you can go to the theaters today and go see it. Yeah, could I have came out when I shot this in 22, going into 23, and been like, hey man, I'm gonna move with The Rock, man. This shit gonna be coming out, man. 24. It's Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They ain't gonna have that. You might have got a few likes if I came out with it that day and said it, but it hit bigger when I say something about it on the ground.
And you can go and do it.
And you can go see it. That's the difference between my generation and their generation. It's like I hustle till something happen. You know what I mean? I speak with my actions. They gonna go and talk about it. Me, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just keep my daily content going on with my Instagrams, my immediately yeses and nos, and my stuff that I be doing, and my podcast and my vibes, and just keep putting that out there. And then when something hit, I'm gonna let you know when it hit. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, and then it'd be impactful. It'd be like, damn, I ain't know, because you can't hate on what you don't know. It's too late to hate.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Thank you, bro.
Nah, come on, man.
Man, thank you for coming to vibe with me.
Nah, and we gonna do it again when some of the stuff that come out next year for the 25. You know what I mean? You know, we gonna keep it going. Also, too, I'm Fresco Trey and myself. We just put out a song called Fly.
Video too.
Yeah, it's video. Video's crazy. It's about 200,000 streams on that joint. We just put it out a couple weeks ago. The song has been doing numbers. Shout out to Apple Music. They've been showing me so much love with those playlists.
Facts.
Listen. The song is called Fly. Go check it out. It's Fresco Trey and myself. I'm still very much doing music, but I always drop music when I got a movie or something coming out. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I do it though. But nah, we gonna come back next year because 25 gonna be live.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Yes, indeed,
but
man.
Again, look, bro, you took your time out of your day, man, to come and vibe with me.
No problem at all,
really
bro.
Appreciate
nah,
you.
I'm finna get ready to get chopped up, man.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what I mean?
Let's
but
go.
y'all be blessed like y'all be blessed, and let them have all the rest, man. Indeed.
For sure. Hey, it's been another episode of Vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher.
Hey,
Brother Kia Sean.
We vibrating. We way up there.
Let's go.
We out of here.
Let's go.